Ever notice the tiny pockets on jeans or the spikes on winter tires and wonder what they're for? And why do coins have ridges? Or new clothes come with extra fabric? Maybe you've puzzled over the little hole on the top of a lollipop stick. Yes, the everyday items you've been using have secrets too. Welcome back to another amazing episode of Forever Green. Today we'll show you 30 ordinary everyday things you likely don't know the purpose of. From the playful pom-poms on beanies that had a serious job, to the mysterious extra hole in your soda can tab you likely never thought twice about. We've got the stories that make you see these ordinary items in a whole new light. Before we jump into the full list, have you ever questioned why women's bikes have a lower frame than men's bikes? Stick around until the end to find out, and it's not what you think. Now, let's dive right in. 30. Spikes on tires. Ever seen those rugged tires armed with spikes? Well, they might give a vehicle a fierce look, but their role is crucial, especially during the icy winter months. These spikes are specifically designed to grip icy surfaces by digging into the snow and ice. This traction is vital because it prevents the tires from merely sliding over the ice like skates. Imagine driving quietly on a snowy road. Without these, your car could easily slide uncontrollably all over the place. The spikes work by breaking through the ice layer and finding grip on the solid surface beneath, ensuring safer and more stable driving in harsh winter conditions. 29. The hole in your sink. That little hole at the top of your sink isn't for tiny sink monsters to breathe. Thank goodness. It serves two very practical purposes. First, it acts as an overflow drain. Without this hole, if you accidentally leave the tap running, your sink could overflow, spilling water all over the floor and creating a potential mini flood in your bathroom or kitchen. This little hole allows excess water to drain away safely. Second, it aids in draining the water more efficiently. By letting air escape through this hole, it prevents that annoying gurgling sound and allows water to flow smoothly down the drain. 28. Toothpick grooves. Those grooves carved in the middle of some toothpicks aren't just a fancy touch. They have a clever purpose. After you've used a toothpick, you might not want to put it directly onto the table. After all, it's unhygienic and can leave stains or debris. Here's where the design is ingenious. You can snap off the grooved end, creating a little stand for the used toothpick. This allows you to rest the pointy, used end in the air so it doesn't touch the table. 27. Tiny pockets in jeans. Never noticed that small pocket above the regular pocket on jeans and wondered, what's it for? This little pocket has a historical significance dating back to the 1800s. Originally, it was designed for cowboys and railroad workers who needed a safe place to keep their pocket watches. The pocket provided a secure spot that protected the watch from falling out while allowing easy access. Today, while we may not carry pocket watches, this tiny pocket is perfect for small items like coins, thumb drives, or even earbuds. 26. Bulky flaps on juice boxes. Have you ever wrestled with the flaps on top of a juice box and wondered why they're there? These bulky flaps are actually a thoughtful design element for little hands. Manufacturers know that toddlers can sometimes struggle to hold on to small, slippery boxes without dropping or squeezing them too hard, sending juice everywhere. By folding these flaps outward, they turn into handles that toddlers can easily grip, giving them better control and hopefully preventing spills. If you like this video so far, you can also check out our 20 cool gadgets from real geeks on our channel, Forever Green. 25. Pom-poms on hats. The pom-poms on hats, often seen on beanies and ski caps, might seem like just a fun, decorative touch. However, they originally had a practical purpose. French sailors once wore hats with pom-poms not just for style, but for safety. The soft pom-poms provided a cushion against low ship ceilings, protecting sailors' heads during rough seas or sudden movements. This was particularly useful to prevent injuries in cramped spaces or when the ships were tossed by waves. Today, while most of us don't need protection from ship ceilings, the pom-poms have remained a playful and fashionable feature. 24. The hole in a soda pop tab. Think you know everything about your soda can? Well, here's a little feature that might just surprise you. The little hole in the soda tab has a clear use beyond just being a spot for your finger to open the can. This hole is designed to double as a handy holder for your straw. It's a simple yet brilliant solution to keep your straw from bobbing around when you're trying to enjoy your drink. Just twist the tab around so it's over the opening and slide your straw through the hole. 23. Ridges on coins. The ridged pattern you feel on the edge of many coins aren't just for decoration or texture. They serve a very important purpose that dates back to when coins were made of precious metals like silver and gold. Back in the day, some dishonest folks would shave off tiny bits of metal from the edges of these coins to collect enough to melt down for a tidy profit, all while still using the trimmed coins as full currency. To combat this sneaky activity, mints started adding these distinctive ridges. With the ridges in place, it became immediately obvious if a coin had been tampered with because the smooth, shaved edges would stand out, protecting the integrity of the currency. 22. Tiny buttons on jeans. Those little metal buttons on your jeans, known as rivets, are not just there for a rugged look. They play a crucial role in your jeans' durability. Rivets are strategically placed at points where the fabric is most likely to tear from pulling or wear, like the corners of pockets and at the base of the zipper. By reinforcing these stress points, rivets help keep your jeans intact through daily activities. 21. Small hole in airplane windows. Ever notice that tiny hole in the middle of the airplane window when you snag a window seat? It's actually a genius piece of engineering called the bleed hole. This little hole plays two vital roles. Firstly, it regulates air pressure. As the airplane climbs higher, the air pressure inside decreases while the cabin pressure inside remains constant. Secondly, it prevents the window from fogging up. This little hole allows moisture from the passenger cabin, like breath and sweat, to escape, keeping your view clear as you soar above the clouds. 20. The pocket in women's panties. That pocket inside women's panties has puzzled many, but it's not actually a pocket at all. It's called a gusset, and it's there primarily for hygiene purposes. The gusset is a piece of fabric sewn into the crotch of women's underwear, often made from a breathable material that promotes comfort and health. In more premium brands, this piece is fully sewn in, but in others it may look like a pocket due to the gusset not being stitched all the way down. 19. Extra fabric with new clothes. Have you ever bought a new jacket or pair of pants and found a small Ziploc bag attached with a piece of fabric and an extra button? While the button is obviously useful for repairs, the fabric piece might seem puzzling at first. Its purpose is actually quite practical. It's there for you to test various laundry detergents and treatments on it before you wash the actual garment. This way you can see how the fabric reacts to different cleaning agents, ensuring you don't damage your new clothes. 18. Square hole in McFlurry spoons. Anyone with a sweet tooth has likely enjoyed a McFlurry from McDonald's. Have you ever wondered why McFlurry spoons are so weird? That spoon with a square-shaped hole running through the handle isn't just for stirring or as a quirky straw for your ice cream melts. It actually has a clever mechanical purpose. When making your McFlurry, the staff uses the spoon as an attachment for the mixer. The square hole allows the machine's bar to slot into the spoon, turning it into a mixing tool that thoroughly combines the ice cream with your chosen topping. 17. Brushes on escalator sides. Those brushes on the sides of the escalator might look like they're for cleaning your shoes, but their real job is much more important. They are actually a safety feature designed to keep you safe. The brushes lightly touch your feet. If you stand too close to the edge, it subtly encourages you to move away. This helps prevent the edges of your shoes or, worse, loose clothing or bags from getting caught in the moving parts of the escalator. 16. Tiny pinhole on padlocks. Look closely at the bottom of a padlock and you might notice a tiny pinhole. This small feature is essential for maintaining the lock's longevity and functionality. The hole serves as a drainage point to let out any water that enters the lock, preventing it from rusting or freezing in cold weather. Additionally, this hole is not just for water, it can also be used for maintenance. You can apply lubricating oil through the hole, which helps keep the internal mechanism of the lock working smoothly. Before proceeding to our next selection, we invite you to explore our other video on innovative inventions that allow you to live underwater like a boss. Now, back to our list. 15. Hole and pin caps. Never noticed the small hole at the top of a pin cap and wondered why it's there? Well, many of us might chew on our pin caps, a habit best avoided, but the hole serves a crucial safety function. It's actually a smart design feature aimed at reducing the risk of choking. In the event that someone does accidentally swallow a pin cap, this hole ensures that air can still pass through, allowing the person to breathe. 14. Holes in utensil handles. The holes in the handles of cooking utensils are incredibly handy and serve multiple purposes. Most obviously, they allow you to hang your pots, pans, and other kitchen tools conveniently on hooks, keeping your kitchen organized and your tools easily accessible. But there's more to these holes than simply storage. Many cooks use these holes to hold their stirring spoons or ladles right over the pot they're cooking with. By placing the handle of the spoon through the holes, it rests securely over the pot, keeping your countertops clean from drips and spills. 13. Diamond-shaped gaps on backpacks. Those diamond-shaped patches you often see on backpacks are called lash tabs or pig snouts. They're not there for decoration, they have a practical use. Made from tough materials like leather or plastic, these tabs are meant to be used with ropes or carabiners. Adventurers and travelers can secure extra gear to these points, such as sleeping bags, water bottles, or shoes using ropes or hooks. This feature is especially popular among hikers and bikers who need additional items outside their packs. 12. Bumps on F and J keys. Have you ever noticed the small bumps on the F and J keys on your keyboard and wondered what they're for? These bumps are specifically designed to enhance typing efficiency. They act as a tactile guide for touch typing, helping users find the correct positioning without looking down at their keyboard. By placing your index fingers on these bumps, you can align other fingers on the adjacent keys accordingly. This setup allows you to type quickly and accurately, keeping your focus on the screen rather than on hunting for keys. 11. Serrated edges on tape measures. A tape measure is an essential tool in both construction and everyday DIY projects, but it has some clever features you might not have noticed. The metal tip of the tape measure often includes a small slot, which can be hooked on a nail or screw for a solo measuring task, keeping the tape stable while you extend it across a large distance. Additionally, one edge of the metal tip is usually serrated. This design allows you to make a mark on surfaces like wood or drywall without reaching for a pencil. Simply press down and drag the serrated edge to leave a notch or line indicating your measurement. 10. Loops in grocery cart frames. The grocery cart is a familiar sight in stores, but comes with an often overlooked feature: the loops in its frame. These loops are strategically placed and have a specific purpose. When shopping for delicate items like bread and eggs, you can use these loops to hang bags securely, keeping these lighter, more fragile items safe from being crushed by heavier groceries. Next time you're at a checkout, try using these loops to separate your light items from the rest. 9. Road rumble strips. Have you ever been driving and suddenly felt a vibrating sensation under your car that jolted you alert? Those are road rumble strips, also known as sleeper lines. These strips are a critical safety feature installed on many roads and highways. They are strategically placed along the line edges or center line of the road. Their main job is to warn drivers through vibrations and audible rumbling if they begin to drift out of their lane. This can be especially helpful in preventing accidents caused by drowsiness or distraction. 8. Gas gauge arrow. Look at your car's gas gauge. Do you see a tiny arrow next to the fuel pump icon? This small yet significant feature is particularly useful when you're driving a rental car or unfamiliar vehicle. This arrow points toward the side of the car where the gas tank is located. This means no more guessing at the gas station, and you can pull up to the pump with confidence, knowing exactly which side to fill up on. 7. Marginal ridges in notebooks. What's with those wide margins in your notebook that seem like a waste of space? Well, they were originally designed with a very practical purpose in mind. In the past, when rats were a common nuisance in many homes, they posed a threat to any paper products, including valuable writings. To protect important documents, margins were added to the edge of the paper. These wide blank spaces were intended to be the first thing a rat might chew through, potentially saving the text written on the central part of the page. Additionally, these margins also help protect your notes from general wear and tear, such as smudging or fraying. 6. Hole at the top of lollipop sticks. That hole in the lollipop stick? Well, it's not for whistling. It actually plays a crucial role in the candy's production. When lollipops are made, hot molten caramel is poured into the molds to form the candy. The hole at the top of the stick isn't just there by accident. It allows some of the molten candy to seep in and harden. This acts like a little anchor, securing the candy to the stick so that it doesn't fall off while you're enjoying it. So next time you unwrap your favorite lollipop, remember that little hole is what keeps your sweet treat in place. 5. Small black dot between iPhone lens and flash. If you're an iPhone enthusiast, you've likely noticed a tiny black dot between the camera lens and flash on the back of your device. Contrary to some wild myths, this dot isn't just for decoration or a defect, it's actually a third microphone. This microphone is strategically placed to enhance sound quality by reducing background noise, making it particularly useful in noisy environments like concerts or busy streets. When you record a video or audio, this mic picks up clearer sound, ensuring your recordings are crisp and clear, even amidst a lot of background noise. 4. Two-toned erasers. Many of us were told growing up that the two colors of a two-toned eraser each had a special function. One for erasing pencil and the other supposedly for ink. However, this isn't quite true. The reality is both practical and interesting. While neither side can erase pen ink effectively, the different colors are designed for different types of paper. The softer side, usually lighter in color, is gentle on delicate surfaces and artist papers, which can be more prone to tearing. This side is perfect for light erasing that won't damage your paper. The firmer side, often darker, is greater for tougher jobs on more robust papers. 3. Plastic liner and soda bottle caps. Believe it or not, those clear plastic liners inside of the soda bottle caps are not exclusively intended for giving out fresh prizes and rewards codes. Actually, they're essential for keeping your fizzy drinks bubbly and fresh. This liner creates a tight seal that locks in carbon dioxide, the gas that gives sodas their sparkle. Without this seal, the gas would slowly escape from the bottle, leaving you with a flat and less enjoyable drink. 2. Blue bristles on toothbrushes. Notice the blue bristles on your toothbrush? They're not just a design choice to make your brush look more colorful. These bristles actually have a practical function. Over time, the blue color fades as you use the brush, usually around the 3-month mark, which is the recommended period after which you should replace your toothbrush. This fading acts as a helpful reminder that it's time for a new brush. 1. Women's bikes. Ever notice that many women's bikes have a lower frame than men's bikes? There's a thoughtful reason behind this design. Historically, women wore skirts and dresses more frequently, and the lower frame made it easier and more decorous for them to get on and off the bike. The style of frame, often referred to as a step-through frame, allows the rider to mount and dismount with having to swing their leg over a high crossbar, combining ease with the use of modesty. There you have it, 30 everyday items with hidden and forgotten purposes that make life just a little bit easier, safer, and more interesting. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating adventures from Forever Green.